So you can't figure out how to improve your OS, huh? Thankfully, I'm here to help. Let's just start with the basic overview. So it says that it's an algorithm we use for BAR's multiplayer rating system. When you win or lose a match, your rating is adjusted. You might see players mention TrueSkill, which is the previous system we use. TrueSkill and OpenSkill both rely on Bayesian inference to model and update players' ratings, and as such are very similar. If you're familiar with one, the vast majority of what you know can be assumed about the other. So basically, there were two systems of skill rating, and now it is only OpenSkill instead of TrueSkill, but they work essentially the same way. There's separate rating systems for both duel, team, free-for-all, and team free-for-all gameplay. Obviously, as a skill of a player increases, the OS or OpenSkill rating should also increase. A player with 10 OpenSkill is going to be, in theory, worse than a player with 25 OpenSkill, and also a player with 40 OpenSkill is going to be much better than a player with 25 OpenSkill. Also guys, if you liked the video, make sure you subscribe. One of the main things that is interesting about the skill system is the uncertainty level. Uncertainty is a measure of how confident the rating system or model is of your skill level. You start with an uncertainty of 8.33. When this decreases as you play more matches, a higher uncertainty also means skill changes more quickly after each match. Essentially, as you play the game, the skill model will better understand how good you are. The more games that you play, the uncertainty level will drop and cause your games to have less impact on your skill. Now that we understand essentially how the skill system works, we have to ask the question, how can we best level up in Beyond All Reason? The obvious answer is to constantly be playing the game, but that's a little bit too basic. For those who don't know, the devs recently boosted the uncertainty rating on all players throughout the whole game. This leads me to believe that the best way to rank up is to change how you play the game after the boosting happens. An example of this would be after your boosting happens, to play games that you are more likely to win, such as closer ranked to what your ranking is. This will give you the opportunity to win more frequently because you have a larger impact over the game, whereas if you play higher ranked games, you will have a lot less of an impact. Now, this strategy will only really work for players who are pretty confident in their ability to play the game, but it can give you a slight boost in your OpenSkill because you're winning every single game you're playing. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you do this the whole time where you're only playing games that are very close to your ranking, but after you have a pretty good idea that your uncertainty has dropped significantly, I would recommend playing against higher ranked players, because this gives you a chance to challenge yourself, to learn new concepts, and to test things that maybe wouldn't work in a lower OpenSkill situation that might end up working in a higher OpenSkill situation. And this also decreases the amount of risk to yourself because your games have a lot less impact. Let's move on to chevrons. Chevrons is based on the experience or veterancy and achievements rather than the rating. And here's what they mean. 1 bar means less than 5 hours of gameplay. 2 bars means 5 to 15 hours. 3 bars means 15 to 100 hours. The next set is 100 to 250 hours, then 250 to 1,000 hours. Silver is over 1,000 hours. Silver with a star means a contributor, and then a gold star is a tourney winner. Now, keep in mind all of these ranking systems and how the whole system is set up could change at a moment's notice. This is why I'm committed to making update videos every time an update happens, that way I can let you guys know exactly what changes. Now remember, the ranking system will vary based on whether you're playing a free-for-all game, you have your own individual rank. Whether you're playing an 8v8, you have your own individual rank. Whether you're playing 1v1, they all have separate ranking systems. So if you see your open skill change dramatically as people are joining a game, that is why. Defeating opponents with higher rating than your own will result in larger gains, and vice versa when losing against a lower skilled opponent. Hopefully this breakdown of the open skill was useful, and if you have any more questions about it, please leave a comment below and I can make another video going over some more specifics as needed. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the battlefield.